James Thompson friends, down in front, please. Come on up to the stage and help me with the Edward booth. Listening, please. Listening. Welcome to Music Monday. This is the day that we take a moment to celebrate music in our schools. And this is not a celebration that just happens in Paul River, or in the Lower Mainland, or in BC, or in the West Coast, all across Canada. Kids are putting down their pencils and they're joining voices together to sing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for coming to celebrate today. I would like to start off by inviting Councillor Leishman to come to the stage and share a few words about community and music. Big hand for Councillor Leishman, please.
Hi, everyone. I am so happy to be here with all of you today. The largest number of participants in Music Monday in all of BC, I hear. That is amazing. And you guys guys, I have to say, are so lucky to be in Powell River and be in the school system in Powell River. We have some of the most amazing, talented music teachers in our school district in, I want to say, the entire world. So you guys are really lucky to have these amazing people working with you on music. Music is so important in our lives, and Powell River has put out so many talented musicians and groups that have gone on to do their whole music career making a living doing music. It's really a special thing, and I hope that you guys can all carry on with music, whether it's in your taking music lessons or in your school or joining a choir or forming a garage rock band. That's a great way to participate in music as well. And Powell River is really proud of all the festivals that we have, the Performing Arts Music Festival, the Cathamu International Choral Festival, the Prisma Symphony International Festival. We have a long history of amazing musical events in Powell River, and it's really special that you guys are coming up now in the system. And one day, all of you guys, I hope, are going to be up on the stage doing music in different ways. So I hope that what you take away from today is that I'm casting out a magic spell on all of you, that you're always going to have music in your life, whether it's just for fun or whether you make a career out of it or whether you have your own rock band. I want everybody here to enjoy music and grasp onto that with your life. It will just make you all better people, and it will make our community even better. So have fun today. Thank you so much.
Do you know, music has given me many things. It's given me a job, it's given me friends, it's allowed me to travel the world, and even gain an understanding in other people. And for some of you, you've given me a headache with your music. But that's okay. But the most powerful thing that music has given me, it's actually kind of hard to put into words. I guess you would say it has allowed me to feel better. If I'm having a rough day and I'm not doing well, I know that if I put on some music, it will comfort me. If I am scared and I'm not sure, then I can hum a happy song and I feel better. It's like magic, all with just sound. Tale as old as time, songs as old as rhymes, beauty and fantastic trumpet player. He is a very, very fine piano player. He is a very good teacher. My friend, Mr. Walter Martell.
Good afternoon. How are you? Good. You know, what can I think about my life in music? That's all I've ever done. I've had a life in music. And I started when I was about 4. My mother bought a piano they brought home that my father didn't know. My mother bought a piano. Do you know where Tofino Street is? Yeah, my family still lives there. My father wanted to roll the piano down the street. That's what he wanted to do with it. But what it created was this family where we did music all the time. And although my family didn't speak English in the very beginning, we all spoke Italian. And so my mother and father came here from Italy, and they thought, we'll modernize the family with a piano. And I've had a delightful life with music and playing and making CDs and playing shows, conducting at festivals, and what can I say? And I teach some of you also to come and play the piano, play the trumpet. And there was a time when I wanted to quit too. There were many times, and I'll tell you one short story. Every Saturday afternoon or in the morning was the day my piano teacher came to the house. And my father usually had worked night shift at the mill here. He'd come down and say, should I go get a 2x4 from the shed? You know? And so I'll tell you the day that I was going to quit, and I'm glad I didn't. Well, there's a couple of times. Better answer that phone. Yes, maybe that's my mother. No? And so the day I was like, I spent a lot of time practicing and crying, and I cried and I practiced, and I did everything like that. And I said, you know, I think I'm done with this. And my dad said, that's fine. You can move the wood pile in the backyard again. And so then that day I thought, you know what? I think I'll stick with it. And I stayed with it. And the other time that was very close, I'd already finished university and I was working at Crofton Pulp Mill. I was there as a laborer. And I was afraid to tell my mother that I was working in this pulp mill, because I knew what her reaction would be. So finally I had to tell her, Mom, I'm working at Crofton Pulp Mill. She said, but you can't stay there. You've got to quit that job, you've got to do what you were meant to do. Although my father was very excited that I'd have a life with benefits, he was very happy with this. Yes, my son will have benefits and a good wage. But I followed my dreams ever since there. You've all got to do that. And you know what else you need to do? Are you listening? You know that little thing that you press all day long? What's it called? A phone. My mom calls it telefonino. Ma questo telefonino, she always says. You know what? Learn to turn it off and use your imagination. It's very important. Learn to know what your imagination is. But I'm delighted to be here. Thank you. And the community band sounds wonderful. Mr. Carson and I go back to our days in the Powder River Boys Choir Fight Club. I think that's what we called it. That's where you learn to take care of yourself. Anyway, thank you. Wonderful audience. Hey.
Okay, it's your turn. Let's get those words for Hymn to Freedom up there, and let's see how you can play this and sing this. is a beautiful singer. She's a wonderful mom. She is a great music teacher, and she is my friend and colleague, Ms. Skidmore.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have to tell you that right there, all of you guys singing, I have goosebumps. That's why I think we do what we do. We love it, but we love passing it on to you. And we hope that you take that with you wherever you go, because it is part of our everyday life, and it makes things so much happier. Now, those of you who I work with have gotten to know our do-re-mi's quite well, right? Now we're gonna sing the do-re-mi's, but if you can remember to throw in your hand cymbals too, that would be amazing. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with ABC. When you sing, you begin with do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. The first three notes just happen to be do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Let's see if I can make it a little bit easier. Do, dear, a female deer, re, a drop of golden sun, mi, a name I call myself, fa, a long, long way to run, so I need a pulling thread, la, a note to follow, so, tea, a drink of jam and bread, and that brings us back to do.
Before we play our last tune, I need to say a few thank yous. First of all, to our speakers today, Councillor Leishman, Mr. Martella, and Ms. Skidmore, thank you so much for being here with us. Mr. Hull, who is doing our filming for us. That's right. We are live across Canada. Thank you, Mr. Hull. Can you give a special thank you to my instrumental friends here on the community band? My friend Travis in the booth. All of your teachers who cared to bring you today. today all of our wonderful singers. So, Music Monday on 3, are you ready? Teachers, you can quietly move out after we do our cheer, okay? Here we go. Music Monday on 3. 1, 2, 3.